guys, it's Elise. My mom bun game is strong this morning. I'm pretty proud of that one. And this is Evie because somebody wants to be helped by mommy. This morning I wanted to talk about some ideas, some things that I have done to try to cleanse myself a little bit of Facebook. Talking about some Facebook detox. I'm not going to go into all the reasons why somebody would want any type of social media detox because I think we are kind of all in agreement that that sometimes it's just really good to step back and, try to disattach ourselves from getting all of the likes, getting all of the shares, and becoming stressed about, are enough people liking my stuff? Or, even if you're not one of those types that's going to be stressed about that, still I think that sometimes on Facebook, we'll get into it. We'll get in arguments that we never would have gotten into in real life if we had been hanging out with those friends that we're arguing with. But on Facebook, we'll argue with them in a comments war. There's a million reasons. So, like I said, I'm not going to get into them now that I already have. So, I have gone through stages of trying to detox from Facebook. Different social media platforms, but Facebook most specifically. And sometimes I've done well at detoxing and, stepping back and making myself stay away from Facebook for a while. Other times I've done not so well. So I feel like right now I have a pretty good balance. I will get on a few times a week to either share something that something cute that my kids said, or to check and make sure, I'm not missing out on an event that somebody invited me to that they assumed that I saw, because, in this day and age, nobody uses paper invitations anymore unless it's a wedding. So that kind of thing. I'll get on there, and I think it is a useful tool from time to time to check in a few times a week. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I wanted to share with you how I got there. So the first step for me, when I first realized, okay, I am addicted to Facebook, I'm picking it up easily 20 times a day. What? 20 times a day? I'm picking it up 20 times a day. I am stressing out over whether or not enough people are liking my status. I am getting into comment wars. I am basing the quality of my relationships in real life on the quality of my Facebook relationships, which is ridiculous. I can't believe this is the day and age in which we live. Our real life relationships are dictated by online relationships. It's ridiculous, guys. So what I did to detox was, my first step was actually just to go to a different social media platform. My first step was to go to Pinterest. Whenever I would be sitting down nursing, or, if the kids were watching a show and I felt bored or something like that. Hey, do you want to turn around this way? Want to turn around this way? Or something like that. I would go to Pinterest instead of Facebook. And the reason for that is because I feel like, unlike Facebook, yes, on Facebook there's things that, build you up. Sometimes you do come away feeling either more knowledgeable, more empowered, or just more informed, or, just touched. Your heart might be warmed by something that you see on Facebook. That does happen. But on Pinterest, for me, that happens every time. I come away inspired, whether I'm looking at, something to do with my kids that it gives me a cool idea for, some new recipe to make, some life hack to try, or just some inspirational quotes that really do lift me up and lift my mood and help me to have a better day. I feel like Pinterest is, just something that really contributes to my well-being much more than Facebook does. And so I would start going to that. Whenever I was tempted to pull out my phone and get on Facebook, I'd go to Pinterest. So then the next step after that was to realize a lot of the content that I'm finding on Pinterest, a lot of the kinds of things that I look for, also show up in a lot of the common young parenting, young mother magazines. Things like Family Circle, Parent Magazine. Is there one called Family Time? There's another one that I really like. Or even just, I've subscribed from time to time to Redbook, or I think I did Women's Day for a while. So I know a lot of people don't really care for magazines because, we get that same content on the internet anyway. Okay, but because that content is available, both sources, if you're trying to detox from the internet a little bit, do the magazine. A lot of magazines are either free or not very much to subscribe to. And so for me, I have really come to love just good old paper, just glossy, beautiful magazines. And there's such an art to magazines that is not there on Pinterest, because even though the content might be the same, nobody has to sit down on Pinterest and curate the perfect layout. Like, nobody's really, okay, somebody is curating the layout of Pinterest, but not the same way as you do with a magazine. Like, you don't need a Pinterest editor. Like, the general public is the Pinterest editor. Whereas a magazine, like, I just can open it and enjoy it for the literary art form that it is, as well as all this content that I love. So, yeah, for me that has been really big, is first going to Pinterest and then switching over to magazines. My boys, anytime that they are sitting down and they look over at mommy, whether they're watching a movie, whether they're, whether I'm nursing, with, we go outside in the morning and they play, and I take a magazine with me. They're just as likely to see me looking at a magazine as my phone, and so I do have to be careful to still look up from the magazine and not just have my nose buried in the magazine all the time. That's still an issue. As a mom, you do still want to make sure that you are giving them your attention and giving them your best. Oh my goodness, did you? Evie has something she would like to say now. Nope, I'm done. I'm done. You do still want to try to make sure that you're checking in regularly and not just becoming so absorbed in the magazine that you might as well be on your phone. Definitely. But I really feel like my life has been enriched since falling in love with magazines. And for me, that has been a really helpful tool in detoxing from Facebook. So maybe I'll make another post another time about Instagram. I love Instagram. I am a bigger fan of Instagram than I am of Facebook. But it's so very different from Facebook, and I have different reasons. So maybe I'll do a post about that another time. But in the meantime, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys later.